Aquarius, hello. Welcome to your January 2021 Oracle and Tarot reading. My name is Tessa and you're watching my channel. Squeaky ass chair. One of these days, I'm going to get a new one. Before I start, just so you know, this is going to be a reading for Aquarius Ascendants. Aquarius Ascendant, Aquarius Rising. If you are an Aquarius Sun or an Aquarius Moon, there is a possibility that the tarot reading will still resonate with you. However, I am doing things a little bit differently. I'm going to start incorporating astrology and the current planetary transits that are occurring in our solar system. And I'm going to see which house it's transiting in your natal chart. But it's going to be the natal chart on Aquarius Ascendants, okay? So if you are an Aquarius Sun and you have a different rising sign, what I'm going to be referring to in terms of the transits and your houses might not be accurate. You can hang out and watch the actual tarot reading and see if anything comes up. But I would still recommend watching your ascendant sign because it's going to be, as far as the astrology portion, it is going to be more accurate and in line with that specific natal chart, with the natal chart based on your ascendant, okay? And it is going to be going off of the whole sign system. So each of your houses will have one zodiac sign, one ruler. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you know what the current planetary transits are, like what's currently going on and what houses they're transiting. And then when I'm done kind of reading off the overview, I'm not going to get into crazy detail about the transits, but when I am finished with the astrological aspect to it, I'm going to dive into the tarot and into the oracle reading, and we're going to see, you know, all the juicy stuff. We're going to see what energy is coming up and what areas of your life are being presented, what messages are coming up to the forefront that you need to know about specific areas of your life and what could be occurring maybe more intensely that you're not aware of. So this is why I'm not just going to be doing just astrology or just tarot. I feel like astrology gives a really good overview about things that are happening energetically speaking and in regards to your chart, but tarot gets into the depths. Tarot penetrates the subconscious, it penetrates the unconscious, and it makes us aware of things that we might not have been otherwise aware of before, and it helps us plan a little bit ahead of time. It helps us kind of like understand our psychology a little bit more and how we want to execute and deal with maybe like things that might be coming up, whether it's like past karma, past life stuff, repressed stuff, anything that could possibly head our way, even on an external factor that maybe we can be aware of, so we can maybe understand a little bit better how we want to handle it, okay? So that is why I like to incorporate both. Okay, as far as bigger energies are concerned, bigger energies, as you're probably already aware of, it's going to be Capricorn and Aquarius. Those are the bigger energies that are at play right now. We're currently in Capricorn season. Sun is in Capricorn, Mercury is in Capricorn, and then I'm going to get into what's going to go down in January. And this energy is transiting your 12th house of spirituality, isolation, and reflection. I also tie the 12th house into creativity as well, okay? Like very, very, very artistic type of creativity, like writers, musicians, artists, painters, things like that. And then, let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah, and then the other bigger energies taking place is the Capricorn, or I'm sorry, I just said the Capricorn, the Aquarius energy, duh. with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Aquarius transiting your first house of self, ego, identity, and expression. So you probably already kind of got like, you know, some of those feelings, you know, some of this bigger energy taking place, but there's a possibility that maybe you're feeling a little like, it's kind of like the spotlight is on you, but there's still a bit of like, you know, maybe you're feeling a little pressured, you know, maybe you feel like you need to do more than what you're doing, and no, not necessarily, okay? So, just be yourself, okay? Just be yourself. But yeah, okay, so 12th house, first house. So that's where the bigger energies are taking place. So after I go down the list of all the different planetary transits, we're gonna see if those are the areas of your life, 12th house and first house, that you need information on, or maybe it's another part of your area of your life, okay? Okay, so with that being said, let's get into this. Okay, so currently Sun is in Capricorn, your 12th house. There is a full moon. I'm filming this December 30th, so we're still in 2020. So you might be watching this next week, and that's totally fine. There's a full moon currently in Cancer in your 6th house of daily routines, health, activities. So you could just kind of, you know, the full moon might just kind of, I don't know, might bring up some deeper feelings in your day-to-day life. You know, maybe you want to change your routine a little bit. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of pressure with your with your emotional energy. Like you feel like maybe you need to like express yourself more, or it could be a little chaotic. You know, like your emotions might be a little fluctuating right now, and you're just trying to like keep your cool. And then we have Mercury in Capricorn in your 12th house. We have Venus in Sagittarius in your 11th house of networking, social dynamics, and innovation. Maybe there's a little like, just some little ideas. There could be somebody who is catching your attention. Some like little romantic ideas here. Or more of an intrigue, a curiosity, not so much romance. Leo is more of like romance. Sagittarius is more like, it's a curiosity. Mars is in Aries in your 3rd house of communication, friendship, and siblings. And then Jupiter and Saturn are conjunct in your 1st house. Uranus is retrograde in Taurus in your 4th house of home, family, and roots. With Uranus retrograde, it actually has allowed a smoother kind of atmosphere in this regard. But in January, Uranus is going to go direct, and that's when things might start to get a little unpredictable. Neptune is in Pisces in your 2nd house of personal possessions, values, and financial security. Pluto is in Capricorn in your 12th house of spirituality. Okay, and then going into January, on January 6th, Mars is going to enter Taurus in your 4th house of home, family, and roots. There could be a little extra surge of, a little extra feeling of drive, a little extra surge of wanting to cling to the things that you value. January 8th, Mercury is entering Aquarius in your 1st house. This is very much about communication. This is where you might start to feel the desire to express yourself more. Also, January 8th, Venus is going to enter Capricorn. So it's moving from your 11th house into your 12th house of spirituality. So a little bit more down to earth as far as your curiosity goes in the realm of love. A little more spiritually based, okay? Feeling connected more on a down-to-earth spiritual level rather than a mental level. January 13th, there's going to be a new moon in Capricorn in your 12th house, okay? So there could be some like epiphanies here. There could be some premonitions for what's to come. You might start setting some like intentions around this time, consciously or unconsciously, because it does take place in the spiritual realm. Or you could be tuned in to maybe some of the intentions that are going on around you. January 14th, Uranus is going to go direct in Taurus in your 4th house. So like in the middle of the month, you know, things might start to seem a little bit more, hang on, I've been getting phone calls all freaking morning from anonymous numbers. Uranus is going to go direct in Taurus in your 4th house of home, family, and roots. So there could just be some, you know, maybe you have some family members who are going through a little bit of struggle, or just some unpredictable things might be happening in this area. January 19th, the sun is entering Aquarius in your 1st house. So light is really going to start to shine on this energy for everybody, but probably especially for you. And then January 28th, there's going to be a full moon in Leo in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, and overall balance between you and your immediate social surroundings. So this could trigger like a sudden desire to maybe want to be with someone, to feel connected to someone on a more intimate level or romantic level. And then January 30th, Mercury is going retrograde in Aquarius. So as we get into Aquarius season, you might start to feel a little restricted in reference to your expression and how you want to express yourself. Okay, so cards are pre-shuffled, so that's the overview on that. I'm using the Enchanted Map Oracle and Modern Spellcaster's Tarot. So we're going to dive in and we're going to see what else might be going on. Wizard of Awareness. Wizard of Awareness. I love this card so much. Wizard of Awareness. You are watching everybody like a hawk. You are watching, you want to see what people do, okay? You are really, really paying attention because you're just like, you want to be on top of your game. You want to be on top of things. You want to be on top. So this is very much about tuning in to see what other people are up to. You want to know what other people are doing, what they're up to. You want to see what their ideas are. What are they going to come up with? What is this energy going to bring about? Okay, this is how you allow yourself to be tapped in. This is how you allow yourself to be in control of your own magic, of your own destiny, of your own energy, Okay, this is very much a 1st house thing. This is like your energy. I'm feeling this very much as like 1st house Aquarius energy. Dry desert. Okay, so you might be feeling a little bit like you want to see what other people are doing because you want to feel like inspired. You want to feel inspired. You're like waiting. It's like you want to be inspired. You're doing what you need to do, but like there's this feeling that maybe things are not moving at the speed that you want it to move. As you're paying attention to the things that are going on around you, as you're looking, as you're paying attention, being more aware, you kind of just, you're just kind of seeing this like dry land, okay? This kind of Capricornian kind of energy where things just feel kind of bland and dry, and you know, you might be ready to take off. So this dry desert, you know, this could also be some personal emotional stuff that's going on. You might start to feel really dry, or you just kind of like, you don't really know what to feel, or you know, you're feeling this energy probably differently. Like everybody else is like, oh, Aquarius, and you're just kind of like, Yeah, this is me. I've been in this energy all my freaking life, you know. So there could be a sense of like dullness, you know. You might kind of start to feel like all the hype is maybe like making you as an individual seem a little like downplayed or a little dull or something like that. So there could be some kind of like a bit of an identity crisis going on here, just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, like you want to be inspired again or invigorated. Moonlight. Okay, so this is, there could be some deeper, some shadow work that needs to get done. Some deeper things inside of you, some secrets. Okay, there could be some secrets here, things that you're not willing to share. You know, you don't really want to share your emotions. Maybe you feel like your emotions are not worth sharing. Maybe you feel like that part of yourself is like a dry desert, you know, it's not very interesting or it's not very exciting, you know. So I feel like there's a little bit of sadness here, maybe. Okay, there's a little bit of sadness in reference to your, you know, maybe you feel like you're not being seen. But it starts with you, Aquarius. You have to take that step to show your soul, to show yourself, okay? People aren't just gonna pull it out of you. I don't know. But this is also very like much about isolation, you know. I also kind of feel this is like maybe you just like want to be alone. You don't want people to know all your secrets. I don't know. Or you just want to be alone. You just want to be left alone. But there is some inner stuff going on here. So this is like, okay, moonlight. So this could be triggered by the Cancer full moon as well. Maybe you're thinking a lot about your family life, your childhood, your home life. You know, maybe there wasn't a lot of emotional connection. I know that like Aquarius energy, Aquarius childhood, okay, tends to be a bit detached, you know, like the parents of Aquarius children tend to be more like they want their kid to have independence. They want their children to be independent, to be self-sufficient, to be able to deal with things on their own, you know. So there could be a disconnect over here between like you and maybe like parental figures or family members because you were given so much freedom and so much independence as a kid. So there's a bit of a detachment going on here. And this full moon in Cancer could kind of be like triggering a feeling of, you know, not feeling like you can relate to others with how close they might be to their mother or their father or family members or things like that. Okay, let's get into tarot. So a little bit of fourth house, first house, fourth house kind of stuff. And this dry desert does kind of make me think of 12th house stuff, the spirituality, because 12th house is a lot about reflection and how you reflect on things, what you think about, how things make you feel, how your surroundings actually make you feel. This is being observant of your surroundings. This is reflecting. And this is just kind of like getting more into the depths of things. Okay, Three of Cups. We have a Cancer card. So I do think this kind of ties into this element of home and roots. Oh my goodness. Wait, what did I say? Oh, your fourth house is Taurus. Well, the original ruler of the fourth house is Cancer. So Cancer is actually in your sixth house of daily routines. Okay. So there could be a bit of daily routines, moonlight, just keeping to yourself, keeping some things private. Okay, Three of Cups, we have Mercury in Cancer. I still think that this is related to your family though. But this is like in your mind, kind of like, it's kind of like in your subconscious mind on a daily basis. It's just like there. It kind of, you know, it's part of your day-to-day experiences. Okay, so Three of Cups, we have Mercury in Cancer in your, this is your 6th house. Communication. Needing to communicate. Okay. I would go with this energy. I would start expressing yourself. I would start communicating with your friends, with your siblings, with these maybe colleagues, because 6th house is daily routine. Okay, so this is, you might feel a kind of, you know, maybe your work life, your daily work life, or your daily day-to-day life, like maybe you have roommates, the people that you interact with on a daily level, on a daily basis, you might feel more of a connection with those people than you do with your family. You could start to feel closer, more connected, more part of a community that's more in line with what you are trying to do with your life. You probably feel a stronger tie to those types of relationships than you do with family relationships. Then we have the World card. This is Saturn energy. This is 12th house, spirituality, feeling whole. There is going to be transformations taking place for you in this area, especially with Pluto currently in Capricorn, and the fact that it's transiting your 12th house of spirituality and reflection. There's going to be like a lot of changes and transformations taking place here. As far as how you connect with the world on a spiritual level, okay, and how you bring forth your life experiences, your energy, your knowledge, your skill in a way that can benefit. So humanity is gonna like need that kind of energy, and this is exactly where it's kind of going. It's a very well-rounded kind of energy. It's very much focused in the here and the now, in the moment, in regards to everything that's going on in the world. Okay, very 12th house. And then we have the 5 of Cups. Mars in Scorpio, disappointment, loss, regret. Let's see, what is this? What is this? Losing friends, maybe? So Scorpio is in your 10th house, yeah. Okay, so Scorpio is in your 10th house of work, social status, and career. So, you know, work right now, you could face some spiritual disappointments, okay? That's the best way for me to kind of explain it. And where's Mars? Mars is in your 4th house. Okay, so at work, when you're at work, as you develop your career, you could, because you have, I think you have high expectations of people. I think you have a very strong spiritual sense of who you are, or how maybe you think things should be, you know. Aquarius energy is a bit idealistic. I mean, I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, I'm a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius energy is also idealistic, so I get it. But you, like, I see this as kind of like you become kind of disappointed with people's behaviors. You become disappointment with maybe like things not going as smoothly as you want them to go. Especially being in Capricorn season, there's still going to be a lot of resistance. We're still going to face resistance. We're still going to face people who are stubborn and people who want things to be the old way. They don't want new. They want to stick to the old. So, you know, it's possible that you're going to get frustrated and you're going to be tested, okay? You might start to get tested around here in regards to your ideals, and you could feel very disappointed, and it could trigger some aggression in you. You know, you might start to feel aggressive, and then you're going to have to like go channel that energy into, I don't know, something else, because you're going to want to speak up and say what you feel. But you know, Aquarius energy, a lot of the times, and it definitely depends on your personal chart and what's going on in your chart, but typically, like, Aquarius energy, they don't like to say what they feel, you know. And then when they do say what they feel, it's gonna mean something. You know, if you are gonna say something, it's gonna have value and meaning to it. You don't say things just to like get shit off your chest. You say stuff because people need to hear like the truth, or people need to hear how you think things should be. And then if people don't take you seriously, or they don't understand you, it's just going to make you more upset, right? Okay, Two of Cups. Venus in Cancer, 6th house. Daily routines, day to day. Spending time with a love interest, perhaps. You know, maybe like sharing those feelings, sharing those deeper parts of you with someone that you trust, someone that you're close to, a kindred spirit. It could be a best friend, it could be a partner, a lover, someone who's part of your daily life, you know, someone who's part of your daily life. There's a sense of kind of like, feel like the more you start to see, the more other people disappoint you, the more you're going to want to gravitate towards the ones who don't disappoint you, or that you're closer to. And then we have the moon again. More moon energy. So instead of actually opening up to the people that you do love and are close to, it might be more about just like having a good time and enjoying life. You know, I think you still very much keep your emotions to yourself, and instead of pouring your soul out to someone, you prefer to use that time that you have with that person to like have fun and be in good spirits, you know, to be in like happy, loving, positive, good spirits. Instead of like using that time to like sulk or, you know, be sad and miserable. It's like, no, you're with your friend. What's there to be sad and miserable about, okay? So this moon energy is definitely like keeping secrets, still keeping things to yourself. Keeping things to yourself. A bit of confusion, maybe, to disillusionment. Disillusionment in regards to your own idea of friendship. The devil. The devil. Capricorn energy, 12th house. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. You do not like to share your feelings. You don't like to be, Aquarius. I was going to be like, you don't like to be found out. you kind of just like embody, there's a duality going on here. There's like a, you know, like a God and the devil are two sides of the same coin type of thing. There's kind of a dualistic energy taking place here, especially with Capricorn being in your 12th house of spirituality and God. You know, the fact that Capricorn, which is represented with the devil, is transiting your 12th house, there's a dual nature. It's almost like the, what do you call those people? Like double agents. You're like a double agent. Okay, you're like a double agent. Sorry, but that's what I see, especially in regards to your attitude, like how you deal with society, how you deal with things and people around you. You're kind of like a double agent, you know. You play the game from both perspectives, you play the game however you need to play it. Because you're going to be on your, I don't know if I would call it a mask, the double energy. It's not a mask. It's just a part of you. It's just a part of you. Like, they say that Aquarius energy is a higher octave than Pisces energy. And Pisces is supposed to be like a culmination of all the zodiac signs. And then Aquarius is like the God awareness of Pisces. So it's kind of like there is no God, there is no devil. It just is. It's just energy. It's protective. It's like you're going to attack if you need to. You're gonna do, it's like a self-preservation in a way. Self-preservation. Soul preservation. A bit of a, you know, I don't know. What do you think? Do you have any other insights into this devil energy? I find it interesting. Maybe you're starting to see some of the deeper aspects of yourself, some of the darker truths about yourself, you know? Yeah. You're recognizing that devil energy within you, and that you and everybody else has the capacity to embody that. All right, Aquarius, this is your reading for January 2021. Please come back for mid-January. If you liked this reading and if you liked my style, subscribe to my channel. I started a new series called Get to Know Me Through Astrology. So if you want to get to know me a little bit better and how I dive into my own birth chart, and if you want to learn about astrology in the process, check that out. So this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoy the last 2 days of 2020. Peace.